How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. Now, on today's show, we're going to be talking about last night's Champions League game because PSG left it very, very late. We're also going to be talking about Jaden Sancho because he played for Borussia Dortmund in their first game of their pre-season tour. And the last piece of news involves Arsenal and Dani Ceballos and whether he will be making the move permanent from Real Madrid this season.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right.
So before we get started with today's video, we've got another one from 888 Sport, and just like the last few weeks, this one's going to cause some controversy. Watch the video and I will give you my thoughts after.
Simply, the best striker in the Premier League is...
Aubameyang. He's a prolific goal scorer. Yeah, I mean, you remember, you've got to look at the Arsenal team at the moment, a team in transition that's not been playing well. And still, the one constant is Aubameyang. He scores goals.
I agree.
Yeah,
he scores goals.
It's like Harry Kane, really. So. Imagine if he was playing for you.
Yeah.
You know, what would his numbers be if he was playing in that City team?
To be honest,
where he's,
when you play Arsenal, you're terrified,
aren't
you? Like, the one thing I always think when we're going to Arsenal or Arsenal comes to us, the one thing that's always on my mind is it's just the volume of goals. They've just got goals in
that's
them.
what I'll say about
and
that.
that's all, well, it's 90%.
What's it about the argument, though, is that Arsenal have been famously bad defensively, but going forward, you've never really been that bad. So it's not like you've struggled to create chances. Scoring in a team that does create chances.
No, hold on. We have struggled to create chances this season.
So, who is the best striker in the Premier League? I'm going to make this very, very simple for all of you. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It's as simple as that. I'm not dismissing Harry Kane. I'm not dismissing Aguero. I'm not dismissing Jamie Vardy. But in my opinion, Aubameyang is better than all of them. And statistics back the claim. It's as simple as that. Since Aubameyang joined Arsenal, no player has scored more goals in this country. 70 goals Aubameyang scored. The closest to him is Mo Salah on 68. Look who Mo Salah plays for and look at the attacking threat that Liverpool have. Then have a look at Aubameyang. Imagine putting Mo Salah in Arsenal's team at present. Would Mo Salah be on 68 goals? Not in Arsenal's team. Not in my opinion. Aubameyang's the best. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not even having this debate. You can sit and argue all day long. The link to the full video is in the description. Go over there. Say that I sent you. And I'll have a look to see whether anyone wants to disagree with me. And can't see how. Statistics back it. I really don't care. Like I said, I'm not dismissing these other strikers. Aubameyang's just better. Simple as that. End of story. So with that said, let's go and get into today's video. First piece of news involves last night's Champions League game. Atlanta versus PSG. And you've got to feel sorry for Atlanta. Very, very unlucky. But it was actually Eric Maxim ChoupoMoting. His 93rd minute strike. Now, if you don't know who he is, ask Stoke City fans. They will know who he is. Ex-Stoke City. You would have thought Mbappe. You would have thought Neymar. But it wasn't. It was him. He came off the bench. But this wasn't the story of the game. Neymar missed chances and he just didn't look his usual self. But I'll tell you something. He came to life in those last couple of minutes because Atlanta were winning the game until the 90th minute. Injury time. And then Marquinhos equalised. And you thought to yourself, right, extra time. But then Moting scored in the 93rd. And that ruled out Atlanta's goal, which was in the 26th minute. And you've got to feel so sorry for them. They played so well. And you're looking at it, and PSG obviously are going to have all the possession, 63%. They had 17 shots on goal, only 6 on target. 9 shots from Atlanta, 4 on target. And they're going to be kicking themselves because you're looking at that and you're saying, you know, 1-0 up, 90th minute. You're going into those last couple of minutes now. Just see it out. And even when PSG score, you're thinking to yourself, all right, cool, it's not over. It's a one-legged game. It goes straight to extra time. There's no away goals or anything else. Let's, get through to the end now. But PSG, they go and snatch it. And could this possibly be their year? Could this possibly be their time? The possibility of having the money semi-final against Manchester City. The two clubs that have been pumped with ridiculous amounts. We'll wait and see what happens. But yeah, PSG, they go and get through this one. And they can consider themselves lucky when you've got to think that they've done it in injury time. Next piece of news involves Jaden Sancho. And he has made his first appearance for Borussia Dortmund since his move to Manchester United stalled. Borussia Dortmund won the game 6-0. Yeah, it was pretty comfortable. They're on their pre-season tour in Switzerland at the moment. Jude Bellingham as well made his debut for Borussia Dortmund, and by all accounts he had a very good debut, setting up the first goal and everything else. But Jaden Sancho actually spoke after the game, and I was quite surprised by this because, when you've got a lot of transfer speculation surrounding someone, then the clubs normally keep them away from the media because that's all they're going to be asking. But the club were clearly, not worried about what Jaden might say, so they allowed it. And Sancho said, "I love playing with this lot. This is a special bunch and we have some special young players coming up. I'm really happy to be sharing the pitch with them and guide them because I was in their shoes and I know how much it is for them." When asked about whether he feels he is a leader already for the young members of the squad, Sancho added, "Yeah, obviously I joined when I was 17 years old and some of these lads are 16, 17. I've been there and done that. I'm just trying to guide them, what's good and what's not good, and hopefully motivate them as well." So you listen to what he's saying, and it doesn't look great for Manchester United, who were so convinced, only a week or so ago, that they were going to be signing Jaden Sancho. There was welcome videos and all sorts, and yeah, I don't know, man. I'm convinced that, even a few days ago that Sancho would still be joining Manchester United, but the more I see it now and everything, and the confidence within Borussia Dortmund themselves, just makes me start to think, maybe there's a little bit of truth as to why they're so confident. And Jaden Sancho will not go to Manchester United. It's going to be annoying for them. It's, not great, but it is what it is. And we will see what happens in due course. Now, next piece of news involves Arsenal and Dani Ceballos. And a deal that looked like a bit of a foregone conclusion has turned into a bit of a tug of war. And we don't know whether Dani Ceballos will even come back. But Real Madrid have reportedly rejected a bid from Arsenal to take Dani Ceballos back to the Emirates on loan next season. Now, reports are also saying that they've actually told Ceballos that he has to return to pre-season training at Real Madrid. And they're saying that there's a couple of issues that they don't agree with this deal and everything else. Now, one of those is that last season, Arsenal paid all of Dani Ceballos' wages. This time they're saying that they will only pay half and they want Real Madrid to cover the other half. Also, last year they paid a loan fee. But this year they're saying they don't want to. And Real Madrid, they're basically saying, look, if you want him, same terms as last year basically, because there's clubs in Spain that do want him and would actually go for a permanent transfer. So I don't know where we sit with this. I don't know whether they're just calling Arsenal's bluff and they're basically doing it in a way to say, all right, let's see whether you're really serious about signing him or not, or whether you're not that serious. So it's an interesting one, because you know what, Dani Ceballos after the lockdown period was absolutely immense. One of the standout performers. It's very evident that Mikel Arteta is getting the best out of him. So based on those performances, you've got to look at the situation and say, yeah, you want him to sign, you want him to stay. But at the same time, you don't want the club to be held to ransom, and you don't want Real Madrid to try and mug us off. And yeah, it's a difficult one. Very, very difficult. And I think that Arsenal will look at it and say, do we get this deal done and dusted now? Or is this something we're just going to walk away from? Personally, I hope we don't walk away from it, because I think that he's key to the way that we play, and Mikel Arteta obviously likes him. But yeah, if we're going to get mugged off and we have to pay ridiculous amounts of money for a player that's ultimately not ours, then nah. I think it's one of those that you probably will walk away from. But very, very interesting. So there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about today's topics. Also, the 888 Sport video. Let me know what you think as to who the best striker in the Premier League is. Links in the descriptions, as I said. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video. And I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.